we need to think about our creativity as a priority. Good nutrition and exercise and good sleep habits, they are considered a priority. Creativity needs to be added to this list because creative time gives your nervous system a break. Creativity lets you be in the moment doing something joyful while your brain in the background has time to think about and solve the problems in your life. Hello, my creative friend. Welcome to the BDI Create Today podcast. This is a podcast where we'll discover the who, what, where, when, why, and how you can be creative or have more creativity. And together, we'll explore the extraordinary impact creativity can have in your life, in your heart, mind, body, and soul. And if we haven't met yet, I am Beth Buffington, a licensed artist, digital illustration instructor, and a creative coach living just outside of the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. Mostly, I am someone who is curious about how creativity can weave its way into our lives. Now, each week we're going to look at one or more of the sparkly facets that make up the ever-changing kaleidoscope that is creativity. Hello, my creative friend. Welcome to another episode of Create Today with Beth Buffington. Today's episode is going to be one of those heart-to-heart conversations. So if you're a regular listener or YouTube watcher, hello there. I'm so glad you're here. You've heard me say time and time again, your creativity will make you happier and healthier in heart, mind, body, and soul. And if you are new to the Create Today podcast, a hearty welcome. I'm so glad you are here today. Today, we're going to unpack this mantra about creative happiness. And I think the facts about the health benefits of being creative need to be talked about again and again, so these thoughts can stay fresh in our minds. So today we're going to explore and rediscover the facts that creativity can measurably improve your happiness and even your health. But just like any good thing, you got to know how to use this tool properly to see the real benefits. So stay with me until the end, and you'll walk away with eye-opening evidence and a renewed belief in your own personal creative power. And also, you'll find some off-the-beaten-path creative ideas that will have you thinking, ooh, maybe I want to try that. So we're going to explore the real science behind why creativity boosts your well-being. Even a little bit of creative play can create a ripple effect in your mood and in your relationships. And I will even give you a few unusual ways to be creative, especially if you have ever said, but I'm no artist. Huh? Are you one of those people? So gather that cup of something delicious or clip the leash on the dog or start unpacking the dishwasher or hop in the car for your commute. However you have me accompany you during our time together, let's get started and get creatively happier. So first, let's talk some facts. There is a belief that creativity is just fun. It's just simple play with crayons and quilting or paintbrushes and poetry, or you fill in your adorable pastime here. It's just a cute way to kill time between the things that really matter in life. Have you ever felt like that? Or have you ever felt other people think of creativity like that? When you hear someone say creativity will make you healthy, well, it may seem like a lot of woo, but whoa, you're actually going to find that it's a lot of wow. You see, studies show that there's real science in the benefits that come with having creativity as part of your life. Study after study confirms that creativity is truly good for your health. So let's just take a look at a tiny sampling of the science discovered about the play you might have with crayons and quilting. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that people who engage in small daily acts of creativity felt significantly more energetic and upbeat the next day. You see, doing something creative today spills into feeling better tomorrow. That's kind of nice. And researchers from Drexel University found that creating art, even just for 45 minutes, reduces cortisol, which is that stress hormone that we've been hearing so much about lately. And get this, the benefits of creativity, they do not depend on skill. You don't have to paint like Picasso to enjoy the gifts that creativity can shower down upon you. People who hadn't made art in decades experience the same calming effects as people who had amazing artistic ability. An article from Science Direct wrote about a study out of New Zealand that found an upward spiral of happiness and positive energy in individuals who engaged daily in creative acts. It noted that engaging in creativity is linked to a sense of flourishing, which is a feeling of positivity, like your life, it has meaning and direction. So think of that. Creativity helps you flourish. And my friend, who doesn't want to flourish? And when you're in a more positive state, guess what? You sleep better, you have more patience with your family, you communicate better, and your immune system can work more efficiently. And like a butterfly touching the water on a pond, when you are flourishing, it causes a ripple effect. So you're not just doing this for you, you're improving the energy around you for your family, for your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends, and the world. And that's not woo. That's wow. Now, let's talk about why having creativity in your life matters, especially now. Look around, my friend. We live in a world of overstimulation and stress. News feeds, politics, social media, extreme weather, deadlines, constant comparisons of what we see and who we believe we are or are not. And let's not forget that endless to-do list that looks you in the face every day. It's a lot. Life is a lot. And we've been trained to produce, achieve, and move fast because there's more to do. If you've ever heard these phrases, if you can lean, you can clean, or you can rest when you're dead. Oh, yes, we have been programmed to achieve, not to rest or reflect or create. And as we grow up, our thoughts about creativity are often, oh, creativity? Isn't that just for kids? Most children are voraciously creative. They love to make art, do crafts, they love to sing, and they believe that their creativity is beautiful and they are proud to tell you all about it. But sadly, as we grow older, we learn other ways to communicate through speech and written word, and our creativity is often watered down or it is nearly eliminated. Not because it's no longer interesting, because we still secretly love it, but because we are given less time to create and we might have been told that it is not important. And so we begin to have judgments about how well we draw or how well we paint or if we're good at making crafts. Have you heard people say, I'm no artist? Yes, we say that all the time. And creativity is rarely thought of as something that is a priority, especially as adults. And that's why many of us who have creative pastimes, we often only allow ourselves to do our creativity when the rest of our to-do list is complete or when the people we are caring for are cared for. And often it is the thing that is pushed back to tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And my friend, tomorrow never comes. In reality, we need to think about our creativity as a priority like good sleep, good nutrition, and exercise. And we all know what happens to our health if we don't exercise, or if we don't eat right, or if we don't get enough sleep. And we all know what happens when we exercise and we eat right and we get enough sleep. And because of this, good nutrition and exercise and good sleep habits, they are considered a priority. And we're always working on making them as such. My friend, creativity needs to be added to this list because creative time, even just 15 to 20 minutes a day, it gives your nervous system a break. It reconnects your head to your heart. And creativity lets you be in the moment doing something joyful while your brain in the background has time to think about and solve the problems in your life. A creative break reminds you that you're more than just a task doer, a child wrangler, a worker extraordinaire, or a person who knows where everything is in the house. Consider making creativity a priority to remember that you're a maker, a joy finder. And when you are in the midst of enjoying your creativity, you have made your creativity a priority. And this is a priority that should not make you feel guilty for doing something that is making you happier and healthier. So push back the guilt. This is not a guilty pleasure. Creativity is a pleasure that benefits your heart, mind, body, and soul. And when you create even something simple or messy or quick, you remind yourself, I have agency. I can bring something into the world that didn't exist before. And that is powerful. So I hope now you are nodding your head in agreement. Creativity is important. Let's say that together again. Creativity is important. But how many of you are thinking this? But I'm no artist, Beth. So creative benefits, they can't be that useful for me because I can't do good creativity. Well, let's bust this myth right now. You do not have to be an artiste to be creative. Creativity is not limited to gifted folk. The benefits of creativity are not found in what you've produced or what you've finished. It's not about a masterpiece or the next great American novel or a song that's going to hit the charts. In fact, if when you're creating, you focus on having a perfect end result, like a gorgeous garden or a masterful painting or a perfectly executed knitted sweater, or if your focus is laser tight on just finishing a project for a particular reason on a particular day for a certain person, well, that can backfire because when your focus is in the wrong place, when it's thinking about what you've finished or what this creativity is for, or how much money you can make with your creativity, that can sabotage your creative benefits. You'll begin to feel pressure for perfection or stress to meet another person's expectations, or you'll worry that you'll not make a certain deadline that you have set for yourself. And you're forgetting why you're creating. The secret to flourishing with your creativity involves purely enjoying the doing of your creativity. Just being in the moment while you are being creative. It's not the outcome. The joy is in the moment of making. And this doing has nothing to do with perfection or judgments that someone might give you or you might give yourself. And it doesn't have anything to do with a time restricted deadline. And my professional artists out there, please take note here. Just because you might be making art every day as your profession, if the art you are making revolves around the pressure provided from clients and deadlines and super tight schedules, this is probably not creativity that will be beneficial for your health. So you're going to want to save time to do creative things that involve that pure play. And this is where you'll make art that is truly ridiculous or messy, art that will not be destined for your portfolio. Because the success in this kind of creativity is, did you have fun? Did you feel joy? And when you were finished, did you find yourself thinking about when you could do this creativity again because you had a blast? If you're a professional creative, I suggest you change up what you create and experiment with. Like if you're a painter, try pottery. If you're a writer, try sculpting. If you're a fashion designer, try learning how to play the guitar. Do something that is not related to the kind of creativity that you must create every day for deadlines and clients with your profession. Do something entirely different that you find intriguing. And remember not to obsess about perfection because it's okay to totally suck. So, in these moments, you can be messy and spontaneous, experimental, and perfection. No, 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 no. None of that. Now, for my, but I'm not an artist, how can I be creative skeptics? And for my professional artists who need to find creative joy away from the pressures of clients and deadlines, well, here's some fun and fresh and easy out of the box ways to be creative. Listen to this list and then think of your own list. Number one, add a new twist to a favorite recipe. This does not involve painting or writing or journaling or singing. It just involves eating. And we all eat and we all make food. So take a look at that favorite recipe that you love. What can you do just to make it a little bit different? And then make it. Make that new thing. And then when it is made, I want you to get out those fun dishes that you maybe only save for special occasions to make this new taste sensation look as delicious as it tastes. So your art, your creativity is making something delicious that looks as delicious as it tastes. But there's no pressure here. Just play. And remember the outcomes, well, they might be a disaster. But the key here is, did you have fun while you were playing Julia Child? That is what is important. Number two, use the voice memo on your phone to record made up bedtime stories for your future self or your kids or your grandkids. I do this. I love to send funny videos to my grandbuddies. So I sing them songs for their birthday, or I send them little notes about discoveries I've made, things I think they'll love. What wonderful creative legacies these little moments can become. Number three, collect textures on a nature walk using crayon rubbings. So, how many of you did this in school? I did when I was little. But it's still a fun and creative thing to do as an adult. And it is easy. It's so easy. And when I've done this in the past, I've collected the rubbed textures that I've made. Some of them turned out really interesting. And you can use a crayon, you can use a pencil or a piece of charcoal or a pastel. And when I was finished, I took pictures or scanned them into my computer and I used them in my artwork. If you're someone who uses Procreate, you could even make textures with these rubbings that you've made. The things you can do, well, those are endless. And this is a super fun and unique way to add shading and unusual textures to your artwork later. These are three really easy creative activities. Anyone can enjoy the doing of these fun creative ideas. And when you're doing it, my friend, it's all going to make you just a little bit happier and a little bit healthier. Now, if none of these ideas are striking your fancy, take a look and think, okay, if not that, then what? And let me know what your ideas are. I'd love to know. And I want you to rest in this thought. Your creativity is your birthright. And it is one of the most natural tools you have in yourself for boosting your happiness and your health. That's pretty nice, right? Now let's take a break and hear a word from our sponsor. And this episode is brought to you by my signature workshop, Going Forwards with Your Creativity. Now, this isn't your typical art class workshop. This is a guided journey through a 4-phase process that helps you organize your creative life. This easy workshop is going to show you how to revive your energy, realize how and what sparks your curiosity. It's going to help you refine your ideas by choosing a subject and then getting the work done with intention and motivation. And finally, it's going to help you release your work. This is getting your unique creativity out into the world, whether that's through a project, a business, or personal expression. This workshop is going to help you understand how to care for your creative self, gather meaningful inspiration, and it will help you organize your ideas and your time and actually get your work done. And it will help you realize how to be confident enough to get your work out there, to do the good work for the people who need your unique art that only you are creating. This workshop will help you revive, realize, refine, and release your creativity. So if you've been struggling to start or restart a creative practice, this is perfect for you. So if you're ready to organize your creative life, you can register for my Going Forwards with Your Creativity workshop at www.bdi-create.today. Up in the right-hand corner, touch on menu and then click on events. Or look for the live link in the show notes. Now let's circle back to something that's really important. When you are happier and more centered because of a creative pastime, it changes how you show up in the world. You're going to find yourself a little more patient. You will find it easier to be kinder to strangers. You'll smile more, and little things like this changes your life. Your creativity, you see, isn't just for you. It's for the people you love. It's for your community. It's for the world. One person's creative well-being has that ripple effect. And creativity, it's that beautiful, smooth, round stone that you toss into the water and you create those beautiful ripples that touch everything. Now, your creative life, that's a gift, not just to you, but to everyone around you. My friend, science backs up what our hearts have known all along, that when you make space for creativity, you make space for joy and healing, connection, and vitality. So let this be your invitation today to create something, anything, for just 10 minutes, just for fun, just for you. And then do that again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and then notice the ripple that you're going to start making. No matter what you decide to do creatively for your enjoyment, for that pure fun, just for you, whatever you decide to do, remember to stay creative, my friend.